Well, hello there, and thank you for joining me for today's session. It's going to be, as you always know, very informative. But before we get into it, please remember to like, share, subscribe with this video, and as we discussed, don't forget to leave a comment. It helps. Now, let's get into it. In today's session, we will be talking about leaving the lazy girl days behind. If you remember from last session, we are calling this series the soft life versus healing era. And we had mentioned that before you get your soft life, you might have to do some hard work before. And today, we are talking about physical hard work. If you have ever looked at yourself and thought, I really need to get myself together, and not in a self-hate way, not in a toxic pressure way, but in a real, honest, loving yourself enough to do better kind of way. The kind of way you have when you look in the mirror and you know you love yourself enough to make some changes. Then this session is for you. The reason why you haven't been getting yourself together isn't because you don't love yourself. It's because you've been stuck in the lazy girl era. Because it is comfortable. Fast food is comfortable. Oversleeping is comfortable. Avoiding the gym is comfortable. Saying I'll start on Monday every single week is very comfortable. But eventually, your body starts begging for better. Your mind starts craving discipline. And your future self, depending on the choices you're making today, will start begging you to do better. So, in today's session, we are talking about leaving your lazy girl days behind, not to become perfect, but to become healthier, happier, stronger, more confident, and more aligned with the woman you say you want to be. And trust me, I've been there myself. There's nothing exciting about drinking celery juice, but there is something exciting about knowing the person you are transforming into. We are doing this realistically, softly, sustainably, and in a way that actually lasts. Now, let's get into it. If you've been here a minute, you already know we don't do the work without doing the truth first. So let's start telling the truth about the lazy girl era. What is it and how did you find yourself in there? First of all, we tend to normalize admitting when we've gotten too comfortable. Because sometimes we romanticize being low effort. We call it self-care when really we are avoiding discomfort. And listen, rest is important. That's one thing I will tell you. But healing is more important. There's a difference between resting and completely abandoning yourself. Some of us are exhausted. Some of us are emotionally drained. Some of us are stress eating, doom scrolling, staying in all day and calling it peace. But deep down, we know we don't feel our best. And the thing is, your body keeps score. When you constantly eat foods that make you sluggish, make you feel sluggish, when you never move your body, your energy drops. When you avoid discipline, your confidence drops too. Because confidence doesn't only come from looking good. A lot of confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself. And that is the real conversation. So what did we learn from our last session? Wanting something and building something are two different things. You are in your lazy girl era because you are wanting a body instead of building the body. Everybody wants results. Everybody wants a flat tummy, toned arms, clear skin, confidence, everybody wants that elusive glow. But very few people talk about the habits required to get there. Because the truth is, you don't accidentally end up healthy. You build it. One workout at a time, one healthy meal at a time, one decision at a time. And no, this isn't about starving yourself or becoming obsessed with appearance. This is about asking yourself, does the way I live match the way I say I want to feel? Because you cannot say you want energy while surviving on iced coffee and fries. You cannot say you want confidence while constantly neglecting yourself. And I had to realize that motivation alone was never going to save me. Because motivation comes and goes, discipline is what changes your life. And while we are still speaking about the truth, I want to make something very, very clear. This session is not about hating your body. This session is about loving your body. So we're not doing any body shaming here. What we are doing is that we are having a real conversation, because your body is not your enemy. Your body is not out to betray you. Your body has carried you through heartbreak, stress, anxiety, trauma, survival, even exhaustion. So this journey cannot come from hating the very same body that has carried you through all of that. When you transform, all of that, it is rooted in self-love. Healthy living should feel like self-respect, not punishment. You should move your body because you love it. Eat healthier because you value it. Rest because it deserves care. Not because you are trying to become worthy. Not because you are trying to fix it. You are already worthy. You just owe yourself the opportunity to feel your best. And now, on to the fun stuff. Romanticizing the healthy girl life. Because honestly, if we admit it to myself, one thing that helped me shift my mindset was romanticizing wellness. Romanticizing the way I will look. Romanticizing the way I will feel. And before you judge me, I just need you to hear me out a little bit. Stay with me, okay? Sometimes we think health has to feel miserable. The thought of living on, what do they call it? A cupboard diet. But what if health was beautiful? What if your morning walks become your therapy? What if a meal prepping became self-care? What if the gym became your stress relief instead of your punishment? What would happen if you were to light a candle while you stretched? What would happen if you bought a cute water bottle, make smoothie bowls, or wear matching gym sets? All of these are meant to trick your brain into looking forward towards building a healthy lifestyle, because that becomes easier when you stop seeing it as suffering. And honestly, there's something powerful about becoming the type of woman who takes care of herself consistently. And if we're being honest, the hardest part is starting. Once you are able to start, especially after a few months or a few years of inconsistency, then you are able to continue. If you tell yourself, I'm too out of shape, I'll start next month, I don't know what I'm doing, but everybody starts somewhere. Nobody walks into the gym already confident. And your future body is already hidden inside you. You just need to do the work to get it out. Consistency is what you need. That means going for a walk, even if it's only 20 minutes, drinking more water, choosing a balance instead of extremes, learning portion control, sleep better, move your body regularly, Small habits make big changes. And please stop trying to transform your whole life in 3 days. These things take time. This is why people quit. They take on too much too soon and expecting miracles. Now, this wouldn't be a therapy session if we didn't talk about the emotions behind how you got to be where you are. Food and emotions go well and well with self-sabotage. Because sometimes the issue isn't laziness. Sometimes food becomes comfort. And there's no shame in that. But eventually you have to ask yourself, am I feeding my emotions or nourishing my body? Because healing and health are connected. A lot of us are carrying stress, heartbreak, loneliness, anxiety, and it shows in our habits. And that's why discipline isn't only physical, it is emotional. Sometimes choosing health means comforting the things you've been avoiding. And honestly, the gym can become healing. Not because it magically fixes your problem, but because it teaches you resilience. It teaches you that growth is uncomfortable, that consistency matters, that you are capable of becoming stronger, both physically and mentally. That part. I need you to stay with that part because it's heavy. Alright, y'all. You have stuck with me till this part. And this is the rewarding part. How you become her. At some point, you have to decide. Do you want a temporary comfort or long-term confidence? Because the woman you are dreaming of becoming, she exists in your habits. She wakes up and she chooses herself. She takes care of her body. She pours into herself and understands that discipline is self-love. But no, don't get it wrong. She's not perfect. She still has her lazy days. She still craves snacks. She still has a little addiction. And she still gets tired. But she doesn't quit on herself. That's the difference. All right. So if you have been waiting for a sign to leave your lazy girl behind, to leave the comfortable girl that doesn't care about anything behind, this is it. You didn't run into this video by mistake. You need to start doing the work. Your dream body is not built in one day. It is built every day. And trust me, the hardest part is deciding that you're finally worth the effort. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to comment below and tell me one habit you are committing to this week. Just one. Drink more water, go for walks, do a meal prep, gym 3 times a week. You are leaving the survival mode behind. And if this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who's also trying to find their dream body. Because healing, growth, confidence, and wellness, that journey becomes easier when you do it together. Thank you for sticking with me till the end of the session. I love you. Bye.